Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Mandela Effect. What to do now? One of the things you have to consider is what if you were brought up in a world where to you it was always the Berenstain Bears? It was always Interview with a Vampire. It was always in the Star Wars movie. No, I'm your father. What if it's always been Chick-fil-A, spelled with CK instead of just a C, or for some people just a K? If you've always had these memories, and then somebody came along and said, no, it was Berenstain Bears, Interview with the Vampire, Luke, I'm your father, Chick-fil-A was spelled differently, and on, you would say that person is completely mistaken. You don't remember things correctly. No, you have a bad memory. And then when a group of people get together and they band together and say, no, it's always been this way. No, now you're all just not only mistaken, but, maybe you're a little cuckoo. And, understandably, if you were to put yourself in their shoes for a moment, you'd say, you're a little crazy. Why you keep insisting on these memories that you have that never existed? Because it's always been this way here. And the reason it's always been this way here, it's always been the Berenstain Bears. It's always been Interview with a Vampire. It's always been No, I'm your father. Because it always has been here. The point is, you have been moved here. You were moved. Whether you were physically moved, whether you did a quantum jump, timelines melting, there's many, many theories out there. They may all be correct. Who knows? They're theories. The point is, the memories that you have are real. They'll try to tell you that you can imagine memories, have fake memories. Yes, that's true, but you can't explain away thousands. Who knows? Is it millions? I don't have an accurate count of how many people have our memory. So, if you're a Mandela Effect person, this video is for you. If you don't have these memories and you're from this place, then simply go away at this time. You do not need to listen to this video, however, unless you want to learn how to improve the earth that you live on. Do you want to improve it? Do you want to make this a better place? The thing is that when people first run into the Mandela Effect, they kind of go through what is known as the 5 stages of death and dying. And just 1 second here, please. So we have the 5. When you first come into this realization of the Mandela Effect and you realize things are different, it's a complete shock to the system. And you're like, what's going on? So the first stage is it's denial. And you're just denying this can't be. Maybe I really do have bad memory. Maybe these people are right. And then you feel isolated. And that's a horrible stage to go through. And then you may begin to feel anger. And then you go through the anger stage, which is no fun. And then you finally begin to bargain. You're like, no, this can't be real. Maybe they're right. Maybe I have bad memory. I don't know what's going on, and why God? Why is this happening to me? What's going on? And and that leads to depression. So then the Mandela Effect for a lot of folks, because this is earth shattering. This is a major traumatic event that's happened to you in your life, and you might go into depression. The good news is finally you get to a point where hopefully you're at now, and you found me, and you found this video. You're now at the stage of acceptance. But let's say you're at any one of these stages and you're still listening. Continue to listen. The point is that the Mandela Effect makes you go into what is called the rabbit hole. And you can go too far down in the rabbit hole. The point is you have to get grounded. You have to have an acceptance of everything that's happening around you. One of the things to understand is that your body is an electrical system. You have what is known as 7 chakra centers. There's your root chakra, There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. The seventh chakra is above your head. This is your third eye, throat, chest, etc., abdomen. And so it's kind of like, I like parables. If you're a race car, you want to make sure the computer is working perfectly. That's your brain. In other words, feed it good food if you can. Get it stay away from the GMO. Organic's great. If you can work your way into a whole food, plant-based diet, I'll say that one more time, a whole food, plant-based diet with organic food. Be careful with the water you drink. Even bottled water is getting fluoride in it. So take care of the computer. The next stage is you want to make sure that all the pistons are working correctly in your engine. If you have a 12-cylinder race car, you want to make sure all the pistons are going up and down. What happens is if one piston gets stuck, let's say this green piston right here gets stuck, and this is a major chakra center, and then what it does is it jams up all the other chakra centers. So you have what's known as a blockage of energy. So you want to make sure that your energy does not have any blockages. I recommend going on to YouTube. Just type in chakra 7-minute tune-up. You'll see the symbol hopefully. And it takes you basically, it'll sing a tone like ah, and you sing along with it is what you do. And your chakras move in a certain direction. I'm in reverse right now, so normally it's kind of confusing. But anyway, one chakra goes this way, this one chakra goes that way, one chakra goes that way. It spins, kind of like an engine. If this is, maybe I need to turn around. Okay, so this chakra spins that way, and then this chakra spins this way, and that chakra spins that way, and that chakra. You see how they're like all connected, and then this one spins that way, and this one spins this way. So they spin in opposite directions, but they all work together as a finely tuned machine, and you bring in source code, you bring in source energy, the true creator. What you do is learn how to meditate, and when you're meditating, don't jump up like you're a kid jumping up and down on a trampoline, trying to jump up in the air and for something, trying to ascend, trying to reach God. It doesn't work that way. You have to get yourself centered. You have to get yourself grounded. Picture yourself a tree with roots in the ground, and you're grounded to Mother Earth, Gaia, whatever you want to think. Just figure out a way to get yourself grounded, get all the blockage out of your system using this tool. And then you go beyond the firmament, some people call it atmosphere, whatever you want to call it. Just go beyond anything, ascend space and time, and find source, find God, the true creator. And you pull his energy into you through this top chakra. And you pull his energy all through the chakras once you cleaned up your chakra. And you pull yourself in, and then you ground yourself with source energy, and you throw it down into some people think it's a planet, some people it's a flat earth. I don't care what you want to call it. There's dirt beneath your feet. So ground pure source God energy through source in heaven, if you want to picture that way. Wherever you think God is, just pull him in, pull him through your body, anchor him into the earth below you, and anchor his energy, and then heal the ground, planet, Gaia, whatever you want to call it, and picture like something that's been asleep, and you are going to re-energize it and make it glow and grow, and then it expands out and goes all throughout, and then it hits the planet, and then it hits all the beings and all the life on the planet, and everything gets re-energized, and then the whole planet, flat earth if you want to say it, gets re-energized, and it begins to breathe for the first time the life force of God, true source energy, and everything begins to just breathe again. And then the natural flow of energy begins to just resonate all throughout the place. And then it, at the same time, hits other folks who may be sleeping, and it'll resonate and ring a bell with them and wake them up and go ding dong. And then they can begin to experience this as well. And then all together we can help heal this place. We are here to heal this place and bring in pure energy from God, Source, the Creator. Amen, and God bless.